Air Canada Flight ENG 4A1.
Roger, Control, this is Flight ENG 4A1.
Taxi to runway 2.
Roger, taxiing to runway 2.
Hold short of squawk 3222.
Sorry, there was some interference. Please repeat that, Control.
Hold to squawk number 2322.
Roger, holding squawk at 2322. Over. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for flying Air Canada, flight number ENG 4A1. This is your captain speaking, Brian Cobo. We will arrive to our destination in approximately 10 minutes, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the movie. At this time, I ask you to please extinguish all cigarettes and fasten all seatbelts, and I hope you enjoy your flight. Control, do we have clear to take off?
Air Canada Flight ENG 4A1, you are clear to take off.
Mr. Radjon and fellow classmates, you're probably wondering why I'm standing here surrounded by all these aircraft. That's a very good question. I'm standing here in Toronto Pearson International Airport inside of one of many hangars. Why I'm here, you ask? Well, I'm here because of my independent study unit. On my independent study unit, I read two books, The Never-Ending War and Free Fall. These two books are to do with certain air tragedies. First of all, Free Fall. This is a very true story. On July 29th, 1983, and it was to do with an air pilot who is flying a new aircraft, a 767, that's never been really tested before. Unfortunately, they go into a tragic situation where they run out of fuel. That's pretty much the basic plot of it. I give it about one flap up, one flap down. Sorry, one flap down because it gets really boring because it keeps going back to flashback scenes. What I mean is every time it introduces a new character, the book flashes back to way back when and talks about the person's childhood and stuff like that. And I really felt that that was unnecessary. One flap up because of the suspense. The suspense is unbelievable. And although they had some obscene words in there, I hacked it pretty good. This book is by William and Marilyn Mona Hoffer, a true Canadian story. I'd give them out of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I'd give it about a 7. The Never-Ending War by Christopher Dobson and Ronald Payne. This is a book that relays back to many, many hijacking incidents. This book is especially on terrorists. But I found one interesting part where many, many planes have been hijacked and casualties were unbelievable. This book was not that exciting, so I'm going to have to give it 2 flap downs. It was informative, but I don't know, it didn't really catch my eye. Comparing the two, I'd probably give Free Fall the better book plot-wise, but comparing tragedies, I'd say hijacking would be a more fearful thing than a freak of nature. Before I go, though, I'd like to show you many of these aircrafts that I'm standing inside, such as this one. This here is a Dash 7. It's a lovely plane. Luckily, this company here that we won't mention was kind enough for us to use their hangar to look at their aircrafts. Later on in the show, you see many other clips of different other tragedies. Thank you very much, and from the Toronto Pearson International Airport hangar, this is Brian Coble, signing off.
Maybe I can fool myself. I'll get over you.
sort of irrelevant to my topic, but my cameraman and I would just like to say that we both agree that this helicopter, out of all of the ones that we see, is our favorite. But this one right here, the Executive, is a close second. This plane right here is the King Air 200. It's a really nice looking plane. They just brought it in for minor repairs. And let's go inside and take a look. Psych. Hi, here we are once again at the Dash 7. I apologize for that psych earlier, but seriously, we couldn't go into this plane. This one we can, so let's go inside. Wish you could be here, it even smells like a plane. Right here, I imagine, is the kitchen area. There you see the stove and everything, the sink. And here are the trays. And there's the most important room, the washroom. Let's go into the cabin. Here, as you can see, are all the seats. Don't these chairs look comfortable? Let's try one out. Yes. Real comfort. And got trays here. And this is where you put all the luggage, purses, coats, etc. Once again, this is more of a private plane, so it's more crowded than a 747. Oh, we have a guest. Right here is the cockpit area. Seems very crowded, and now we know why the guy said don't press any buttons. And that's the Dash 7. This is Delta Force with Chuck Norris, a hijacking experience.
This is a hijack! Heads down! Heads down! Everybody down! This is a hand grenade! Hold your phone! Heads down! Heads down! What are you doing? What are you doing? Lay down, everybody! Put your heads down! Lay down, heads down! This is a hijack! This is a hand grenade! We will blow the plane! If you do not go exactly as we say, put your hand on your head! Put your hand on We are prepared to die. Do not provoke me.
You want to die, you die someplace else.
Mister, don't. Stop it. Come.
We will cooperate.
Open.
Calm down. We cooperate, man.
Well, we've decided, since all the work and help that they've given us, we will mention their name. Field Aviation Parts. Thank you very much. And we'd also like to thank Esso Habitat. Thank you. Control, are we clear to landing? This is flight ENG 4A1.
Air Canada Flight ENG 4A1, you are clear for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to our destination, and please remain in your seats until further notice.
Jam it up, y'all. James D, 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 help that back. Harley came from Miami, FLA, hitched away across the